Right now, your brain is running a program that was installed decades ago. Every morning when you wake up, your brain automatically plays the same thoughts, creates the same emotions, and triggers the same reactions that kept you stuck yesterday, last week, and last year. But here's what scientists have discovered that will shock you. You can completely reprogram your brain and attract anything you want in your life. And it does not take years of therapy or expensive courses. It takes just days. Dr. Joe Dispenza, one of the world's leading neuroscientists, has proven through brain scans and blood tests that people can literally rewire their brains and change their reality in as little as 1 week. His research shows that your thoughts create your life, but most people are thinking the same 60,000 thoughts every single day. 90% of those thoughts are identical to what they thought yesterday. This means you are unconsciously creating the same life over and over again. The terrifying truth is that your brain cannot tell the difference between what you experience in real life and what you vividly imagine. When you constantly think about your problems, your brain believes you are living those problems right now. It releases stress chemicals that make you feel anxious, worried, and stuck. But when you learn to think new thoughts and feel new emotions, your brain starts creating new neural pathways that attract different experiences into your life. Research from Harvard University shows that just 8 weeks of meditation can change the physical structure of your brain. Brain scans reveal increased gray matter density in areas responsible for learning, memory, self-awareness, and compassion, while stress-related brain regions actually shrink. This is not just feeling better. This is your brain literally rewiring itself to support a new version of you. But here's what most people do not understand. You cannot create a new future by thinking about your past. Every time you remember a negative experience, your brain and body are reliving that experience as if it is happening right now. Your body becomes addicted to those familiar emotions of anger, sadness, frustration, and fear. Even when you want to change, your body pulls you back to those old emotional states because they feel normal. Dr. Dispenza discovered that most people are living in survival mode without even realizing it. When you focus on problems, worry about the future, or replay past traumas, your brain activates the same stress response your ancestors used to escape from dangerous animals. But instead of running from a tiger, you are running from imaginary problems that exist only in your mind. This chronic stress literally shrinks the part of your brain responsible for creating new possibilities. New research using brain monitoring technology shows that meditation creates measurable changes in the amygdala and hippocampus, the brain regions that control emotional regulation and memory formation. When you learn to calm your mind through specific techniques, you activate what Dr. Dispenza calls the creative brain instead of the survival brain. In this state, you can literally imagine a new future and program your brain to make it real. Here's the step-by-step process that thousands of people have used to rewire their brains and transform their lives. The first step is becoming aware of your unconscious thoughts. Most people have no idea what stories are playing in their heads all day long. You must catch yourself when you slip into old patterns of thinking about lack, limitation, and problems. Every time you notice a negative thought, you are breaking the spell of unconscious programming. Start paying attention to your internal dialogue. When you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing you think about? Throughout the day, what thoughts keep repeating in your mind? Most people discover they spend hours every day thinking about what they do not want instead of what they do want. Your brain is like a search engine. Whatever you focus on, it will find more evidence to support that reality. The second step is mental rehearsal. This is where you begin to train your brain for a new future. Find a quiet place where you will not be interrupted. Close your eyes and create a detailed mental movie of your ideal life. See yourself living in your dream home, doing work you love, having the relationships you desire, and feeling the emotions you want to experience every day. According to neuroscience research, 1 hour of focused mental training per day can double the number of neural connections in your brain. When you visualize yourself living your ideal life with intense focus and emotion, your brain starts building the neural networks needed to make that vision real. Athletes have used this technique for decades to improve their performance. You can use the same method to rehearse being successful, confident, and abundant. The key is making your visualization as real as possible. Do not just see the images, feel the emotions of already having achieved your goals. If you want more money, feel wealthy now. If you want better relationships, feel loved now. If you want perfect health, feel vibrant now. Your brain cannot tell the difference between a real memory and a vividly imagined experience. When you feel the emotions of your future before it happens, you are literally programming your brain to create that reality. The third step is changing your emotional state. Dr. Dispenza explains that emotions are the chemical residue of past experiences. When you feel angry, you are recreating the chemistry of every time you felt angry in the past. When you feel grateful, you are creating the chemistry of abundance and possibility. Most people wait for something outside of them to change before they feel better. But you must feel better before your circumstances change. This is the hardest part because your body has become addicted to certain emotions. If you have been stressed for years, your body expects those stress chemicals every day. When you try to feel different emotions like joy, peace, or excitement, your body might resist because these feelings are unfamiliar. You might find yourself looking for reasons to feel stressed because stress feels normal to your nervous system. But if you persist through this discomfort, something incredible happens. Your body starts expecting the new emotions you are practicing. Recent studies show that meditation can actually change which genes are turned on or off in your cells, influencing everything from inflammation to aging. You are not stuck with the personality you inherited. You can choose which emotions to strengthen and which ones to weaken through conscious practice. The fourth step is conditioning your body to a new mind. Your body has been trained to be the mind of your old personality. Every cell remembers how you used to think and feel. When you start thinking new thoughts and feeling new emotions, your body might create cravings for the old chemical cocktail it is used to receiving. This is why change feels uncomfortable at first. You must teach your body that your mind is in charge, not the other way around. When your body wants to feel worried, you choose to feel calm. When your body wants to feel angry, you choose to feel grateful. When your body wants to feel limited, you choose to feel abundant. This takes practice, but eventually your body learns to follow your new mental instructions instead of your old emotional patterns. The fifth step is becoming greater than your environment. Most people let their surroundings determine how they feel. When traffic is bad, they feel frustrated. When someone is rude to them, they become rude back. When things go wrong, they feel stressed. This makes them victims of their circumstances instead of creators of their experience. To rewire your brain, you must learn to maintain your new identity regardless of what is happening around you. This means staying peaceful in chaotic situations, feeling abundant when facing financial challenges, and radiating love even when people treat you poorly. You are not being fake or ignoring reality. You are choosing who you want to be instead of letting your environment choose for you. The sixth step is moving beyond linear time. Dr. Dispenza teaches that most people live in the past or the future, but transformation only happens in the present moment. When you are truly present, you are not limited by past experiences or worried about future outcomes. You have access to infinite possibilities that exist in what he calls the quantum field of pure potential. Brain imaging studies show that meditation practice creates long-lasting changes in functional brain connectivity, particularly in the hippocampus, which is crucial for learning and memory. In deep meditative states, your brain waves slow down and you can access the same field of intelligence that governs all of nature. In this state, you are not the person you used to be or the person you will become. You are pure consciousness with the ability to collapse any possibility into reality. The seventh and final step is embodying your new self completely. By this point, you have practiced being your new identity for days or weeks. Your brain has created new neural pathways, your body has learned to expect new emotions, and you have trained yourself to maintain your new state regardless of external circumstances. Now you must fully step into this new version of yourself and never look back. This requires what Dr. Dispenza calls an act of courage. You must be willing to let go of the familiar, even if it was not serving you, and embrace the unknown. Most people are more committed to their problems than their possibilities because problems are predictable. But to become truly free, you must choose possibility over familiarity. The scientific evidence for this brain rewiring process is overwhelming. Studies using neuroimaging technology show that meditation and visualization can induce neuroplasticity, increase cortical thickness, reduce amygdala reactivity, and improve brain connectivity. People who practice these techniques show measurable improvements in immune function, stress hormones, and genetic expression after just weeks of practice. But perhaps the most compelling evidence comes from the thousands of people who have documented their transformations. Dr. Dispenza has collected testimonials from individuals who have healed from serious illnesses, overcome depression and anxiety, improved their relationships, and created financial abundance using these exact techniques. While these stories are not controlled scientific studies, they represent real people creating real changes in their lives. The key to success with this brain rewiring process is understanding that you are not trying to improve your old self. You are creating a completely new self. This means you cannot approach it casually or try to fit it into your existing routine. You must be willing to dedicate yourself fully to the process for at least 20 minutes every single day. Find a quiet space where you will not be interrupted. Turn off your phone, tell your family you are not available, and create a sacred space for your transformation. This signals to your unconscious mind that you are serious about change. Most importantly, you must approach this process with complete commitment. Your old identity will try to talk you out of continuing because change threatens its survival. But here's what you need to understand. Your brain is changing all the time based on what you think, feel, and do. The question is whether those changes are happening by accident or by design. Starting today, you have the opportunity to take control of your brain and design the exact life you want to live. The neuroscience is clear. Research shows that neuroplasticity allows the brain to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout your entire life. You are not doomed by your genetics, limited by your past, or stuck with your current circumstances. Every day, your brain is literally sculpting itself based on your thoughts and experiences. You can either let this happen unconsciously and keep creating the same life, or you can take control and deliberately wire your brain for the life you actually want. Think about it this way. You have spent years or decades training your brain to think limiting thoughts, feel negative emotions, and expect disappointing results. Is it really surprising that your brain has become very good at creating those exact experiences? But the same neuroplasticity that created your current reality can create a completely different reality if you learn to use it consciously. The people who master this process understand that their thoughts today are creating their life tomorrow. They know that feeling grateful before they have reasons to be grateful is what creates reasons to be grateful. They understand that acting successful before they see evidence of success is what creates the evidence they want to see. Are you ready to stop being a victim of your unconscious programming and become the conscious creator of your life? Are you ready to stop letting your past determine your future and start using your mind to design the reality you actually want? The power is in your thoughts. The science proves it works, and the only question left is whether you will use it. The choice is yours, but remember that choosing not to change is still a choice. And that choice will keep you exactly where you are. Your future self is waiting for you to make the decision that will change everything. What are you going to choose?